Karen Hua, Houston.
Do you feel like you've been coughing, sneezing, and suffering more than normal?
Well, if you are, you're not alone. Spring allergies are hitting early and hard this year. A local allergist says he's had a 10 to 15% increase in patients since late January. One reason? Mold allergies really ramp up after heavy rainstorms. The doctor suggests taking an antihistamine an hour before you go outside. It's always good advice. KCAL News Mornings at 9 starts right now.
This is KCAL News Mornings.
Right now at 9, new tariffs threaten the auto industry. We're going to take a look at when we could see the impacts and how that will affect your trip to the dealership.
Plus, it's opening days at the blue heaven on earth. We are just hours away now. Dodgers preparing to host the Detroit Tigers in their first home game of the 2025 season.
Oh, this is a good one. Choosing the perfect baseball walk-up song is an art, but we all kind of took a crack at it. Our epic choices coming up. I don't know if they're epic, but it'll be fun to see what everybody picked. We hope you're having a good morning watching KCAL News Mornings at 9. Today is Thursday, March 27th. I'm Jamie Yukas.
I'm Rudy Shabazi. Thanks for joining us. Paul and Alex are here with your next weather and traffic. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Traffic's pretty crazy out there.
I mean, it always is, right? I mean, this is Los Angeles, right? Rush hour Los Angeles gets a little crazy.
Yeah, and a little gray.
It's a little gray out there. You know what? That's cool. Little leaguers get walk-up songs.
They do?
Now, this is like a new
fun.
trend over the past couple years.
What's your son's walk-up?
It's one of the songs from Dude Perfect. If you've ever seen
Wow,
Dude Perfect
okay.
online,
cute.
they have a ton of great
That's
music
fun.
and cool,
Nice.
sports-related trick shots. I forget which song it is.
That's okay.
But, it's a good one. And hopefully your boy or girl gets a triple or a home run in the baseball game today. You will have a blanket over top of you this afternoon for that Little League game because we're going to see a lot of this today. Santa Monica, we are still stuck in the cloud cover, but we're beginning to see a little bit of reverse clearing, especially Malibu and points west. The beaches are clearing out first. So Malibu is one of our sunniest spots, whereas in May it might be one of our cloudiest spots. Right now, it is not, and we go above the clouds up to about 6,000 feet in elevation, Mount Wilson, looking down on the clouds, but you don't have to look down that much because the cloud cover is up to about 5,000 feet in elevation. So this is a taste of May. Topping our next weather headlines, this is what May gray looks like and feels like, and we're getting it in in late March, and we may get an early April coming up next week. Some clouds, some drizzle out there this morning, afternoon sunshine, and it is a chilly day. Santa Clarita, you were in the 90s on Monday and Tuesday. Today, with a little bit of sunshine mid to late afternoon, how about 66 degrees? That's about 7 or 8 degrees cooler than average. High temperatures today, most of us below 70. One exception, Antelope Valley. Why? Because the mountains are in the way. The ocean influence can't make it to you. So you're going to get the sunshine, and the mountains themselves will be in the sunshine as well. Otherwise, the majority of us in the clouds for most of the day with highs in the mid-60s. We got a weekend coming up. We'll talk about the weekend forecast. Right now, we're talking traffic with Alex. Good morning.
Hi, Paul. Good morning to you. Want to start off the traffic report in Orange County, where we have a new crash to tell you about. Northbound side of the 5. This is just before you get to Lincoln. So 3 left lanes blocked, unfortunately, because of that crash. So the northbound side really jammed up this morning. We're seeing a lot of yellow and a lot of red showing us the backup. So it's going to take you about 7 minutes to get from Catella to Lincoln. That's just about a 1 mile stretch. You're going to be going about 12 miles per hour. Southbound side of the 5 from the 91 to the 55 freeway. So that stretch of 12 miles is going to take you just under half an hour. We look over Orange County. Of course, we're seeing slowing along the 405 freeway. That's typical this time in the morning as you make your way into Long Beach. Then downtown Los Angeles, we're seeing, of course, a lot of red through that area. There is a crash on the westbound side of the 91. This is just before you get to Wilmington Avenue. 2 right lanes blocked. We, of course, have a backup because of that. Want to leave you with this. The 210 freeway, our next traffic sky camera in Arcadia. And, of course, we can see some backup there on the westbound side of the 210 freeway. It's going to take you 43 minutes to travel from the 57 to Lake Avenue. Back to you.
Still busy.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. A man is in the hospital this morning after allegedly barricading himself inside a house with a rifle.
Yeah, the 4-hour standoff in South LA ended in a police shooting. Happened at Figueroa and 64th Streets. KCAL News reporter Rick Montanez live near the scene to show us how this all went down. Scary situation, Rick.
Certainly, Jamie and Rudabeh, I talked with LAPD. They say the man is stable in the hospital right now, of course, under arrest. And you see behind us, this neighborhood is still blocked off. This police activity impacting this community for more than 12 hours now. And even some businesses that are trying to open just can't because they are behind this yellow tape. And all of this unfolded with this shooting that happened just before 1 o'clock this morning. Those are police officer gunshots you heard there, and you can see the bullet holes in the window in the moments after those shots. LAPD says the man who had been threatening people on the street with a rifle was shot by an officer. He came outside where he was arrested and taken to the hospital. It appears he was injured in the arm. We also spotted the LAPD robot dog going into that building just after the police shooting. But let's show you part of what SWAT officers say they saw as they were trying to talk the man out of the building. He was shot after police saw him in that second-story window holding a rifle. LAPD says officers first responded here around 8:45 last night for reports of a man threatening people with a rifle. They say the unidentified suspect did not comply with officers' demands and barricaded himself inside that second-story apartment unit. This lasted for several hours last night, and the shots fired were just after, or around 1 o'clock this morning, I should say. We also did see several men taken out of the building in handcuffs, but it's not clear at this point what happened with them, if they were involved or they were detained or actually arrested. I asked LAPD for clarification on that. They were not able to give me those answers just yet, so we'll keep pressing for that information. But LAPD says nobody else in the community, no officers were injured, and they are working on interviewing witnesses, the officers who were involved, and then, of course, reviewing that body cam footage. Reporting live in South LA, I'm Rick Montanez, KCAL News.
Rick, thank you. Developing news now. A man is killed after being struck by a car in Koreatown. Assignment manager Mark Lewis at the desk with details. Mark.
Yeah, Rudabeh, just about 10 seconds ago, I got off the phone with my colleague Esteban at the assignment desk. He's been in contact with LAPD. They are now classing this deadly accident as a hit and run. And they say the victim is a 22-year-old man who was crossing the street on a skateboard. Now, let me show you some video from our breaking news crew at the scene. You're going to see a canopy that has been set up on the curb here at 6th Street between Catalina and Kenmore in Koreatown. Now, when we first arrived at scene, we didn't know much about the victim. LAPD headquarters tells us it's a 22-year-old man on a skateboard who was struck by a car at this intersection just before 6 this morning. Now, it came out on the scanners as an auto versus pedestrian crash. That's exactly what we found. Originally, LAPD did not say this was being classed as a hit and run, but LAPD headquarters has just updated us here at the desk to say the driver did not remain at the scene and they are looking for that person. So you can expect this intersection of 6th and Catalina to be closed for quite some time as this is not only a deadly crash investigation, it's a crime scene as LAPD continues to gather evidence about the driver that took off after that crash. It's the very latest from the desk. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, Mark, thank you. President Trump's 25% tariffs on all foreign-made vehicles and parts could lead to significant price hikes for cars, both new and used.
On your sides, Christine Lazar is here to explain how this could impact you and your wallet. My mom is someone who works in this industry, and she was saying that it's one of those things that when you have so many plants that make the parts now in other countries, that's where we could actually really end up paying a lot, is when we have a problem with our vehicle.
Yeah, so, and it's twofold, right? So it's not just foreign-made cars, it's also American automakers. They still use the parts that will have the tariffs on them. So analysts were hearing between $3,000 and $12,000 increase on prices.
Just in the price of the car.
Just in the prices. So this is going to impact consumers. The import taxes are set to go into effect on April 2nd. Most car lots carry about 60 days of inventory, so that means we, the consumer, could see prices